Good afternoon. It is Sunday, October 4th, 2020, and it is a beautiful day outside. If you haven't been outside, please go outside. If I end up uploading this video later on tonight, then I hope you went outside today and enjoyed the weather. It is absolutely beautiful out. In today's video, I wanted to talk about a question that I received from a dear friend, old pastor of mine, Mav Mad. She was pretty great, but she wanted to know how I thought churches did at supporting people with mental illnesses. And I'm just going to speak off of my own personal experience, but I think that the churches treat people with mental health challenges very well. I was welcomed into this church, and this church already knew a little bit about me before I even came there. But that's a story for another day. Maybe not ever, actually. But maybe. I don't know. Depends on how much I open up with you guys. I was welcomed into this church with open arms. Like, I was getting hugs my first time going there, and it was great. I love hugs. For those of you who know me, you know that I am a hugger. I love hugs so much. COVID-19 is killing me. Killing me. Can't get my hugs in. Anyways, so the church they welcomed me with open arms, and I've never felt like an outsider in that church. And the members appreciate me for who I am and not for what I'm diagnosed with. They love me like I was, family. I have many really awesome relationships with different people in the church, and I love it. I just love this church so much. I love how much they love me and welcomed me into their family, and I just, I've never had such a great experience with anything in my life, really. I've never had such a welcoming, like, awesome, like, experience as I have as, being a good member of this church. They just and I love that, that I can be open. Like, one night I told my story of my life for Wednesday services one time, and I just remember that people came up to me, and some of them were crying, some of them just thanked me, some of them they were inspired. And that was the moment where I really truly connected with with different church members, and that was the start of what is now so many different rich relationships with different people. I told my story, and they wouldn't have thought that I had been there. They wouldn't have thought that I suffered from mental health challenges. But I think they may have known it beforehand, because I'm kind of open. I'm kind of open about what I struggle with. I'm not ashamed to talk about mental health challenges. I struggle from bipolar disorder. I struggle with ADHD. I struggle with PTSD. I've been through some trauma in my life, and I'm not ashamed to talk about that. And this church allowed me to freely talk about my life, and I love them for that. So to answer your question, MavMad, how churches do with people with mental illnesses, I think the churches are doing just fine. And that's just speaking off of my own personal experience. So I hope you've liked this video, and I look forward to leaving another one real soon. Remember, love looks out, so be kind to one another. Bye!